I think that this is me.
Welcome to the Empower Hour. We bring power to the people because the people have the power. This squad's going to entertain, enlighten, and empower y'all. I'm Queen Kaya, joined by Pharaoh Hammond Freeman and Gina the Great. But before we do anything else, like always, we're going to bless this show and our kings and queens listening.
Oh, blessed melanated rising, my people. I am so grateful to life. I'm grateful to God, our creator, and I'm grateful to our ancestors for creating this opportunity for us to be able to be on here today. And I just ask that today's episode, let it be fun, let it be educational, let it be uplifting. Most importantly, let it be empowering for each and every one of our listeners. And I'm sending out that spirit of love, light, unity, strength, great health, peace, and joy. Hotep, amen, and ashe.
Hey, ashe.
Woo! Yo, queens, how are you guys doing? How is your week? What's new and exciting in your world?
Oh, new and exciting. Let me see. I think today, as I had mentioned and was mocked for before, has been one day that I've seen my home the most this week. So it's been a pretty busy week. But that was just work-wise, to be honest. I had a lot of things going on. We had some visitors coming up from the head office, but it was loads of fun. And
loads of fun.
Yeah, loads. It really was. I'm not even gonna lie. It was just it was very time consuming, but I really had fun. I also decided I made my own waist beads this week.
Oh.
Yes. Yeah. I was just like, wait, I could do this. And not only can I do it, but I can do it with the colors that I want. And, as opposed to just buying a waist bead or whatever, I said to myself, I was like, I wonder if this is going to be a little more soothing and relaxing and just removing myself from TV or whatnot and be a little more creative. And I started I'm just going to start one. And I bust out 2 waist beads. So nice. I'm a waist bead maker now.
Okay.
On the side, selling them. Okay. Where do we?
Well, I don't think I'm not selling it, but
I'm interested. I'm interested.
You're interested?
Yeah.
I would happily make because I have a bunch of beads left too now, so I definitely can make you one for sure. And my last thing that I must shout out is I'm sorry guys, Siri decided that she had to talk while I was trying to talk with you guys. Too much Apple products in my house. So sorry about that.
Who invited Siri? Spy ass.
Right? And no, but she was talking to me while I was trying to talk too. I was like, yo, you're rude. But big shout out to Queen's University. I went to the semifinal game yesterday. My brother was playing, and they won, guys. They won in a major way. They made Ottawa eat their lunch, and now they're going for the Yates Cup, the OUA Yates Cup Championship against London next Saturday. So go Gales Gill.
Yeah.
Dope. So that's what it do. So Queen, Queen Kaya, what's new and popping on your end?
Listen. Well, we got a couple of good weather days, which was very, how can I say, satisfying, very satisfying. It gave us all a little bit of vitamin D that we needed before this weather starts to change and give us the blues. So I was very happy to be able to capture some of that. But I saw some of the most beautiful, most picturesque sunsets and this week, and I am in love with life in a different way. So I'm just grateful for life and all that it brings.
I know you have a glow and a special smile on your face. It seems like the universe is blessing you in a way.
I actually feel like that even when things are not so great, and I know that I would probably usually feel like, oh gosh, what's going on? I'm just honestly using it as par for the course right now. I just know any part of it is oh, he's sending this way to test you. Just take the test and roll past it. Try not to stay too long in that feeling. and just be grateful for all the good moments around that. So this week has actually been really good for me. It's been a week of growth, I must say.
Yo, man, I think I'm right there with you guys, man. Like, so this week for me, so first in terms of challenges, like, thank you for saying what you did, Kaya, because I went through it. I had to call one of my homegirls, Stéphane Moret. I don't know if you guys have seen or heard her. But basically Stéphane Moret, she was the singer in Brand Van 3000 that I don't know if you guys know that song, LA. Okay, yeah. So basically, so yeah. she was the hook. She sings the hook for that song, right? So she's one of my homegirls, and I was speaking to her because I watched the interview that she did on CBC, and she was talking about how they cut her out. They cut her, like, she all kind of things. They cut her out of that too. Yeah, you guys don't even know. But anyways, I'll share the interview. But it was a powerful thing. So anyway, so the reason I called her is because I recently just found out some bad news about something that I was working on, or a case that I was fighting for like the last 5 years. And I just found out, like, that they threw it out. And when we do have an opportunity to deep dive and and we could tell our stories, I'll share with the listeners a little bit more about that experience. But it had me super low to the point where, like, I was uncomfortable. Like, I was like, yo, I don't want to be upset. I don't want to be down. Like, I know that life, throws these challenges for whatever reason. And because I know she went through something similar, I reached out to her, and thank God that I did, man. Like, yo, the queen, like, she gave me just a perspective that elevated me. She told me from her perspective, like, from her story, like, like she's been through it as well, but it was very, very uplifting. And it was a reminder of the fact that, one, we come to the planet for these challenges, right? We came to the planet for evolution. Like, Earth, like, out of everywhere, everybody in the astrals and the non-physicals will tell you that you come to Earth, it's like a testing ground. You come to Earth to evolve. You come to Earth, like, for the challenge. And knowing, first of all, how old I am spiritually, I'm definitely at a point where I'm ready to level up, I guess. So it's why I'm going through these things. I bring myself through these emotional lows. Go ahead, Jenny.
Sorry, I just wanted to interject because I know everything you're saying, but I'm not gonna lie. Like, I think it was Friday. I'm like, okay, but I don't want to struggle right now. Can we just skip to the fun part? Cause I know Earth is heavy, and we're supposed to learn some lessons. But lesson learned. I'd like to have fun again, please. Fun again, please.
You see, Gina, you're hitting it on the head, because I was like, I was like, when is it finished? Like, when is it the next level? But, and my only reassurance, the only thing the Spirit had told me after all these things is, first of all, it's never finished. There's going to be the ups and the downs. You're here for the ups and the downs. So you'll never stop getting downs, and you'll never stop getting ups. It's just to accept when you're in the downs, like, you're here for this. Right? And
no, I'm gonna take a nap. I'm gonna take a nap during the downs. I want a nap. I'm tired.
I saw a meme this week that said, you gotta be a bold MFer to be broke and wake up and still lay there. And I said, they are talking to me, because I'm going to tell you something. I'm happy. Mm-hmm. Everybody want money from me, but I'm happy. I don't have nothing. It's okay. My fight or flight system said, it's okay, boo. Take a nap. You'll be better when you wake up. And that's the truth. I be taking my minutes, and then when I come back twice as hard. But the reason why we be feeling like that is because we don't be taking those moments for ourselves. We be working for the man. And that's Dale Holyfield, working to pay the bills for the project, for the this, for the that. Never for us. Yeah. For my mama, for the kids, for the this,
Yeah.
But,
no, it's time. No, so I have to say, so this was this kind of week, but again, I'm grateful, because in the moment, like, so while I'm going through that negative and the heaviness, where first I came across this crazy documentary on Gaia. Whenever you guys are ready, we'll watch it together. So it's about sacred geometry. craziness. Okay, guys. Like, anyways, I'm just gonna plant the seed for you guys. You guys, everybody, all the listeners who are here, who are listening, Google it, look into it. Sacred geometry. They have it on Gaia. But again, it shows the origin of everything. It shows the behind the scenes. It explains, like, guys, it's just so deep. And again, I feel like I needed that because I was going through it emotionally and mentally, and the spirit brought me somewhere else. Like when I came to get that understanding and I saw where we're at as beings, it was super uplifting. And then to even piggyback more on what Kai was saying before, the weather and everything, it's like it was the universe kind of reassuring me that yes, you're going through it, but I still got your back. Because this greenhouse project that we've been working on, I don't know for those who follow me on IG, you're welcome to. This is it, and me keeping you guys up to speed on IG is brand new for me. Okay, I'm really trying my best to try to share videos so you guys can see what's happening and follow the progress. But the type of 4-season greenhouse that we have, you shouldn't be building it when it's too cold outside because there's things that have to stick. So so my biggest fear was not being able to finish it on time because it got too cold outside. So when I tell you the universe came through, like when I'm talking warm, it's warm outside. You know what I mean? And I'm like, God, thank you. Like we're at the beginning of November and we're still able to put it together. So we're wrapping up this week. I'm super, super grateful for that. So that it's been this kind of week. There's tons of other things that we'll talk about, but guys, stay tuned. Just take a quick positive cause just to shout out our homegirls, Kemba and Andrea from Keen Real Estate Group. Whenever you're thinking real estate, whenever you're thinking investments, whenever you're thinking about planning for the long term, think Keen Real Estate Group. They're generating wealth for generations. KeenGroup.ca. If your goal is to purchase a car and to make the process as simple as possible, just get a car broker, guys. You just get a car broker. Big shout out to our homeboy, Hamsdale Jacques, the owner of HJCourtierAuto.com. That's HJCourtierAuto.com. If you're a small to medium-sized business and you're getting started and you're ready to go to that next level, what do you need? You need a phone line and you need a website. Think Mainstream Digicom. They got all your telecommunication needs checked. MainstreamDigicom.com. You're trying to get out on the web. You're trying to understand how to navigate through ads. Check out Java Logics for all your marketing, your digital marketing. Where would we be without Preston? I don't even know. Check out Java Logics. I give thanks to Preston for what he's done for the OFC. The amount of positive reviews we've gotten from all his referrals, we're proud to stand behind his work. Check out JavaLogics.com. No, it's not just because he's my brother. It's because you can't talk hip-hop in Montreal without saying M City Solo. Guys, check out his latest project, In My Fields, available on mcitysolo.com. If it's not one of the hardest new EPs to hit Montreal, come and let me know. You already know. It's your boy, Pharaoh, bigging up, mcitysolo.com. Keeping the culture alive. I gotta give thanks to West Can Folk Performing Company. For the last 40 years plus, they've been promoting our culture through song, drum, and dance, educating youth, the children, the seniors. Just check them out, westcanfolk.com.
Girl, what are you cooking?
My curry chicken.
Ooh, you're burning it.
Oh, gosh, it looks so...
It's okay, girl. You need the Curry House. They have the best Caribbean food in town. 2 locations in Montreal, West Island, and Côte-de-Neige. For more information, follow Caribbean Curry House, MTL. Don't forget to mention the Empower Hour for your 10% discount.
So, who placed in the order?
Me.
DeVito, WizKid, Burna Boy. Those are just some of the big names that's blessed Montreal thanks to Afrobeats Montreal. Definitely check out Afrobeats MTL for all concerts, show listings, everything that has to do with Afrobeats in the city. Check out Afrobeats MTL. One full circle. We are the Melanated Community Resource Hub and Network. What does that mean? We're here for each other.
Parlay with the people. Parlay with the people. Parlay with the people. Parlay with the people.
Parlay with the people.
Parlay with the people.
Parlay with the people.
Parlay with the people.
Parlay with the people, y'all.
All right, beautiful people. Like we said, this is now the Parlay with the People segment. So we're back with another amazing interview. I have the one and only Sabrina Carrington. She is the owner, founder, creator, director of As Intended All Natural, as well as Vegan Villain. So first of all, let me give her a quick round of applause for all the awesomeness she's doing in our community. Grand Rising. Glad to have you with us, sister.
Thank you. Grand Rising to you too. Appreciate that. Thank you so much.
It's my pleasure. My pleasure. So first off, so I like to always give our guests just an opportunity just to connect with the community. For those who might be meeting you for the first time, who will be tuning in for the first time, and it's the first of their hearing about this all natural stuff, this vegan villain stuff. So who is Sabrina? Let's go into a little bit of your background and what brought you here.
Okay, well, Sabrina is a person who's very much into natural care, not only on the outside of the body, but also on the inside. For starting with the outside, I started my business back in 2016. That's the As Intended All Natural, because I was finding it's very difficult to be going to stores looking for products for my family, and I did not understand the ingredients. And that really bothered me, because when I did eventually look into some of the ingredients, it was not what I wanted for my family. I wanted something cleaner and fresher. And so that led me onto a lot of research, also talking with people that I know who are in the business of herbalism and basically essential oils and things like that. And from what I learned from them and on my own research, I realized that these same products can be made just as efficiently, but minus all the chemicals. So I started there, and my first product I really came up with was my lip balm, because I found that the store-bought lip balms, where you put them on, but you've got to be putting them on 5-6 times a day. So I created a lip balm for my family that they basically applauded it. They loved it. They started selling it to their friends at school. Everybody loved it because they put it on once and that was it. And it actually healed their lips. And then that grew.
Okay. First of all, I have to talk about that for a second, because 100. That's the reason why I don't use lip balm. First of all, because I found that it created a dependence. Like when I started, because my wife would always recommend, put this on your lips, cool. But then I realized it created like a dependence where I had to continue to put it on. I was like, I don't like the way this feels. So definitely, I love the fact that you create something that's meant to heal the lips, and it's something we don't have to continue to apply.
That's right. That's right. And then after that, then it led into other things. So I said, if I can do that with a lip balm, let's try something else. So then we ended up with the body butter and the hair butter, which everybody loves so much, body butter as well. And that just landslided into so many other products. So now nothing in my house comes from a pharmacy or any other store. It comes from my hands, praise God. And everything is clean. And I wanted to pass that on to the public. And thank God, again, it was well received. Everybody was very happy because they can literally look at the ingredients and everyone knows what coconut oil is. Everybody knows what essential oils are. Everybody knows shea butter. You understand? From a young child to understand that. I wanted products that where mom could basically moisturize her face and take that same moisturizer and moisturize her baby with it. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so that's possible now. We can do that.
I love that. And see it, and the thing is, I feel the reason people are receptive to it now is because we're going through this new wave of consciousness where people are understanding like how important it is, like what you put on your skin. Like they say, like your skin is like what the largest organ you have. And like we're taking it for granted. We weren't taking care of ourselves properly. So it like your timing is perfect. Like the needs are there because we're becoming more conscious as a people. We're becoming more connected to ourselves. We're becoming like we're even seeing the wave of women, thank God, are now rocking more their natural hair and different things like that. And so these are like what you're bringing is definitely for what the people need right now. So that is huge. Good. So that was the background. So,
all right, so I was saying, I love that you said that because it is important that people realize that what you put on and on your body is as important as what you put in your body.
Exactly.
It's both extremely important. Yeah.
100%. And so now, so basically, you have two companies. So if we could just give our listeners just a breakdown of what both of them pertain and what kind of products we get.
Okay, so the first one was the As Intended All Natural. That's some all my personal care products. So again, stepping onto what we just said about what you put on your body is as important as what you put in. I came up also with a Vegan Villain. And because back in 2015, I gave up eating all meat. I just went cold turkey because it really bothered me a lot. You know, I go do groceries and I just see the meat sitting there. I'm such a sensitive person. All I started seeing was this is somebody's baby lying here. These lambs belong to somebody. Then I saw the big pieces of beef. And I'm like, oh my God, whose child is that? And I said, what if the rolls were reversed? What if the cows were, oh, you don't understand, my head went off, okay? And I'm like, what if the cows were up and putting us in saran wrap in the store, you know? It's like, and I said, I'm like, I can't do it anymore. You know, I can't do it. So I decided to start going plant-based. Most of the time, well, a little fish once in a blue moon, but the majority of the time, I'm just plant-based. And so I came up with vegan villain. And I use the word villain because basically I'm the person who's going to sneak into your house and steal all your meat and all your unhealthy products, swipe them out of your house. So that's why I put the word villain on the back there. You know, I want to help everybody, you know, find different ways where they can do it better. And so that led, you know, this year to me working for Brossard Bagel out in Greenfield Park. And together I introduced my jerk mushroom wrap to the owner, George Grant, who we've been doing it there now for over a month now, and it's going really well. It's absolutely delicious, and people are like eating it, and they don't realize that this is just mushroom, but they're like, it's hard to understand this is just mushroom and not meat. So it is possible to get that same delicious texture and flavor, but without the meat.
I have to talk about it, sister. I have to talk about it. It's something where since you started it at Brossard Bagel, like my wife and I, we are regulars. I think last week we ordered like 5 sandwiches. We are like we'll have one. We eat, especially because right now it's just for the weekend. So George, if you're listening, we need to make this more available. Just the Friday, Saturday is not working out for us. But it's just we would like to eat it more, so that we're doubling up on our orders. But God, like the flavor. I can't get over it. I really can't get over it. So definitely I love it. So now, and are there other meals and stuff that you prep, or are there other things that you provide to the community? Or
right
can provide, I should say?
Yeah, right now what I'm doing is the wrap for Brossard Bagel, but I also do catering. So if somebody has an event, say for example you're having a party, but one of your guests doesn't eat meat or is vegetarian or vegan, you know, I can prepare a meal just for them and serve it up there, or you can pick it up, either option. Or I also am going to be working on doing workshops in starting in sometime in November, where because there are a lot of people who are interested in, for example, in what to do with mushrooms, and because we all grew up with the white button mushrooms, but so a lot of people don't realize there's so many, there's thousands of different variations of mushrooms. And for example, like with the jerk mushroom wrap, I have 3 varieties of mushrooms in there. I use lion's mane, I use gray oyster mushroom, and I also use king oyster mushroom. And all 3 of these mushrooms have amazing benefits to the body, especially the lion's mane, which is been already proven to help decalcify the brain and helps you to basically rid or, you know, keep away Alzheimer's and dementia. So who doesn't want that? And if you can eat it in a sandwich, you know, why not? You know, you can even take the mushroom and have a powder as well.
Hold on. We have to deep dive a little bit. We have to unpack this a little bit because, first of all, we're in a time right now where society, like the system has been killing us. Let's just be very straightforward. So we're eating things on a like throughout the groceries, throughout every like fast food, you name it, whatever be the case, or there's things in there that are slowly killing us. Like it's causing us to age, all kind of different things. So now you're providing food that actually is reversing those effects. That is huge.
Like heal thyself,
because
right?
and not
only through like medication. You don't want to be on if you're on medication, right? But if you, while you're on it, you can be working your way towards a better and healthier life. Why not? And I found that over the years, by cleaning up what I eat, my clarity in my spirit has gotten profound. You see more, you hear more, your spirit is clearer because these foods, these poisons, right? When you say enter your body, but your body is basically your temple. So you are poisoning your temple. How can you have clarity? How can you have a proper, you know, a bon humeur if your spirit is dragged down by all this poison? But once you clean all that up, you are such a happy and very clear thinking person. It's much easier for you.
And I'm glad we're talking about it like this, because I want the community to look at it not just for something like as something for vegetarians, because
for
this
everybody.
is like what we're talking about. Anybody could eat it. Like it's because like there's the health benefits. It's a delicious sandwich. So because I feel like sometimes people hear these type of things and they're like, oh, it's for vegetarians. But it's like these are things that any and everybody could eat these. Like my wife is a carnivore, just by definition, right? She eats meat. Okay. But and the thing is, in all honesty, she wasn't even a mushroom person prior to this. She didn't even really like mushrooms. Like
she told me
so
last
that's
week,
just to tell you, like,
get my fix. Like I gotta come get my fix. I miss my sandwich. I gotta come get my wrap, please. I was so excited about it. Like, wow.
Yeah, it is not. I'm telling you, sister, it's doing what it is. But it's like, but as you guys know, here at the Empower Hour, our thing is to empower and support our community, like, and it's to educate you guys. So, and it is really, I want you guys to look at it from a different perspective. If Sabrina, do you mind sharing just the name of the mushroom again that you use that could help to reverse Alzheimer's?
It's lion's mane mushroom. It's LIONS, and mane, I think it's MANE, lion's mane. It's been around for a very long time. It's a very potent mushroom. You can also, some people, what they do, which I do as well, I'll buy like a bunch of it and I'll dehydrate it and powder it so that I can use it to put in my coffee, put in my soups, put it in my whatever I'm cooking. I sprinkle some lion's mane in it because it really helps. Because over time, the brain it gets foggy and it gets like, I think it's it gets sort of calcified, and the lion's mane helps remove that over time. Helps clean the brain.
I love it.
Sleep does that, but lion's mane also does the same thing.
I love it. And so now, and as you just said, that is that something like, let's say somebody did want like the lion's mane like powder or the dehydrated. Is that something that you sell as well? Or are those products that people?
I also sell that. I also, because I dehydrated powder for myself as well, and I also sell them as well.
Beautiful. And because if we could just talk about some of the other health products you sell, because we didn't touch on those just yet, but I know like I myself, we ordered the sea moss and different things like that. So if you could just give just the listeners an idea of what they could get, because again, like the season is changing, as you guys know. I'm a big advocate of prevention and not cure. So do not wait until you start feeling wonky. You know it's going to come. It's that season, guys. And that's why I thought it was important to have you on now as the season is changing. Guys, I want you guys thinking about this. I want you guys taking preventative measures. So whether it be what you're eating, digesting, drinking, whatever, just you know where to get it. So sisters, so if you could just share some of the health products and stuff that you have for our community.
Yeah, one of my favorite, which I just started this special going on right now, is the sea moss. Sea moss is something, if you wait till you get sick, it's going to work, but imagine how less sick you would be if you started it beforehand. And you might not even get sick, or definitely not as sick. Sea moss is, out of the 102 minerals in our body, sea moss carries 92 of these minerals. A lot of these minerals, which we can't find in everyday food. You can't find it. And these are things that come from the ocean. You understand? And so it's like phenomenal for the body. It boosts your immune system, gives you all the minerals you need. And I always have two kinds on hand. After a lot of research, I found that there was the gracilaria. Gracilaria is the scientific name for it, but that's the one that's found in the warmer waters in the West Indies. That is great, again, for the immunity. And that's what obviously a lot of West Indians have grown up on, that kind of sea moss. The other one that a lot of us don't use and did not realize was out there was Chondrus. Chondrus was the original Irish sea moss. This sea moss was first used in Ireland many years ago when they were getting a lot of tuberculosis. They would use the Chondrus to clear the lungs and to keep the lungs healthy. And that was great for that. So now, and that's only found in cold climates, like Ireland along the Atlantic shore. So before I purchase any of my sea mosses, I do like months and months of research, avoiding the famous sea moss from the swimming pools and other kind of sea mosses that are, I don't know, people are growing it in their bathtub, because I've seen some that look absolutely horrendous. and so
you see. Oh my God. Okay, hold on. We got to talk about, because you and you guys here, you're hanging here on the Empower Hour. We have a queen that is making sure that she's bringing you guys that quality, because as you guys know, as things become popular, the colonizers, let's just be 100%, they jump into the industry. They're like, yo, they see an opportunity to make some money, they see what's happening, and they do it. But it's a watered down version. It's not what is the real thing, so to speak. So I'm glad that you're actually, making a point to do that, because I know for myself as a child, I never really knew what was happening. I know my parents used to boil this kind of thing that would look like a Jello on the counter. And then that's like, it would be in everything we consume. It would be in the milkshakes that my parents were making, it was a part of our life experience, and it boosted our immune system. A lot of us now, unfortunately, we don't even have the knack. We weren't taught it. Our parents didn't teach us how to boil sea moss properly. Don't ask me why. But the point, and with our busy schedules, a lot of us aren't even trying to deep dive. So the fact that we have a sister like you in the community that we could just call and it's already ready-made packaged. I'm gonna plug this because I get them from you regularly, where they come in like the little capsules that we can just pop into things. Like
you use the key word there just now, which is convenient. Everybody's busy. Nobody has time to be boiling sea moss and doing stuff with it and whatever. So I said, you know what? Let's make this a lot faster. So I created a package of 12 1-ounce cups, which is enough sea moss for you to be able to take sea moss daily. You understand? And so not only did I do that, these are 1-ounce cups that are kept in the freezer, so they last you much longer, up to 2-3 months. And not only I sell them in flavors, so I have the plain Chandris and the plain Gracilaria, but I also have them in turmeric. I sell them with turmeric, elderberry, bladderwrack, ginger, and beetroot. So not only are you getting the benefits from the sea moss itself, but I'm putting a little kick in it to give yourself an extra bit of health in your body. You understand? And the Chandris, if you have lung issues, if you've got a bad cold, if you've got anything up in the upper respiratory, anything having to do with respiratory, Chandris is the bomb for that. I had a cough for a week or two, and I said, wait a minute, what am I doing? I've got Chandris. So I took that within 3 days, coughing stopped immediately and never came back. That's how powerful the stuff is. I would encourage everybody, get on your sea moss. Children, everyone. So unless you have an allergy to shell food. If you have an allergy to iodine, do not touch sea moss.
Okay. See, good. That's very okay. Important. And just so we ask, like in the cases of people who do have that kind of allergy, do we have alternative health foods that we could provide to them that could still, I
also have herbal teas. I have herbal teas as well. I sell lots of different blends for blood pressure, for cold and flu. Like, for example, one of my favorites for the lungs is mullein. Mullein is an herb that's phenomenal for your lungs. So if someone, let's say, for example, they wanted to get into the Chandris, but again has allergies with the iodine or any kind of seafood, I would suggest a package of mullein tea. And I also have the elderberry teas and things like that. So I have many different blends as well that I would substitute that with.
Well, I'm about to ask you now. So because you listed the flavors. Now, can you give our listeners just a little, like how you explained just the health benefits of the flavors? Like I don't know, like if you know it offhand, like the elderberry, what like just so turmeric, we know, like turmeric and different things like that. For those
turmeric, anti-inflammatory. Turmeric is an amazing anti-inflammatory. So if you've got something with your lungs or any part of your body and whatnot, not only you're going to get, like I said, the essential minerals and whatnot from the sea moss, you've got the anti-inflammatory from the turmeric. So if you've got, say, a lung issue, you've got cough, you will, for example, get the Chandris with turmeric. So not only are you clearing your lungs, but the turmeric will get rid of the inflammation from the irritation out of your lungs. Next, we have elderberry, popping with vitamin C. I tell everyone you have to take elderberry every season. It's very good come the wintertime. Get your kids on it. You make it into a tea. And if you get that with your sea moss, again, that's an extra boost. Next, we have ginger. Everybody knows ginger. Your grandmother had ginger. Your mom has eaten it. Ginger's not just for gas, people. Okay? Everyone's got some gas. Let's drink some ginger. Do you drink the ginger? It's not just for the gas. Ginger
Right.
is,
Okay,
again,
good.
it boosts your immune system. You should be drinking ginger during this season every single day. Have your ginger. Next, we have the bladderwrack, similar to the chondros. It's another kind of sea vegetable, but again, immunity saving. Very good for that. Very good for keeping your mood, everything. It gives everything in your system. But bladderwrack is great, and it's also great for a detox. Next, we had it was the beetroot. Anybody with blood pressure problems, get on your beetroot. So you can take it in the chondros, take it in the gracilaria. Beetroot, or just regular beets, for example. When you're having problems with blood pressure, right, there's tension. What beetroot does is it oxygenates your blood. So it puts more oxygen in your blood, causing your vessels to relax and allowing you to have more stamina, brings your blood pressure down beautifully. I take beetroot every single day to help manage with my blood pressure. So a lot of people didn't know this, like beets. Yeah, you don't understand. Beets, they're red for a reason. They're for your blood. Yeah. So even if someone who might not have blood pressure problems, but they like to work out, they like to work out at the gym and they need extra stamina. You take that beetroot half an hour to 45 minutes before your workout, you'll realize you have more stamina because you have more oxygen in your blood. Yes, you've got more oxygen in your blood because of these beets. So I have the sea moss with the beetroot powder, and so you throw that in there together, and boom, everything is like just glorious. So those are the flavors that we have.
Ooh, so now, because I think my next order, I would like to have the sea moss, and so if I understand, I could mix the beetroot. I'm not working out, but I do a lot of work. Like I need the energy. So anything to help that, and I'd want a vitamin C boost. So with elderberry and
a beetroot.
The beetroot, I could combine those.
Yes, you can. You can have a pack of beetroot, or you can have a pack of the elderberry, or you can have, like, say, since it comes with a pack of 12, right? So you can have 6 beetroot and 6 elderberry. So you can do a combo pack.
I love it.
Yeah, right now we're having a special where you can get a pack of 48 right now for only $60. It can be a combo pack. They can be all plain. They could be like one beetroot, 48 packs of beetroot, 48 packs of ginger. And this sale ends December 1st. So that way you get the whole family.
Put me down. I'm telling you right now, live on the radio. I want so put me down for a 48, and definitely we're gonna mix up the order. I know I'll take a dozen of the elderberry, definitely a dozen of the beetroot. I'll ask Shy what she wants to those other 2 to be. But I want to make sure I get 12 of each of those. I love it. So now, I just got excited and I just placed my order. I know there's listeners right now who are like, okay, how do we buy?
All you gotta do is
they need their contact information.
Yes, for what I'll do, you can send your order to veganvillan@gmail.com. That's VEGANVILLAN@gmail.com. Just contact me there. I can send you the flyer with all the details on it, and also a description for someone who wants more details about the chondros and about the gracilaria. I'll include that as well. And once you get that, you pick the flavors you want. Bam! I put together the order together for you. These cups are really convenient because we even, let's say if I'm rushing out in the morning, I'll grab 2 1-ounce cups and I'll pop them in my mouth in the car. It's that easy.
Nice.
I'll throw it in my thermos. Boom. That way I'm never going out without my sea moss.
I love that. So now, and you had mentioned, you had touched on it. If a person wants to have you come and cater, right? So let's say they're hosting an event, and they would like to add a vegetarian option. So would it be through the same email that they would contact you to find out about booking you to come in and cater for an event, or come in and prepare a couple of vegetarian dishes for their guests?
Yes, exact same email, veganvillan@gmail.com. They'll send me all their details, exactly when the event's going to be, what kind of meal they're looking for, and then I'll let them know what the options, give them some options, and we'll take it from there. And I prepare it, and then I deliver it.
And it's really funny. I don't believe in flukes or coincidences, so it's awesome that you did mention that thing about the Alzheimer's, because I kid you not, this is a conversation that my wife and I just had this past weekend. And I was telling her, I was like, it'd be awesome Like, 'cause I don't know, I'm sure I'm not the only one, but the idea of losing your memory while you're still physically able, to me, is kind of scary. Because it's like, because I know some people, unfortunately, who have Alzheimer's. And I wish I was able to connect them with you before, because I feel they might be too far gone at this point. But it's like, to watch them, and like where they repeat certain things over and over, and they're kind of trapped in a moment. Like, to me, that's kind of scary. Like, I'll be very honest. And if I could prevent that, like, you know, like, I would hate to lose, like just, there's so much things I'd like to just continue to remember, like life experiences and different things like that. I hate to be stuck in a weird kind of like loop. So I'm glad that you have this, you know, like these preventative measures. If you could add to my order some lion's mane, please, and thanks. Some lion's mane that I could sprinkle over my food. I'll add it to everything I eat and drink. So let's just make that happen. And so, Queen, you know, it's always awesome having you on. Before I let you go, so first I'm going to remind everybody again. So it's veganvillan@gmail.com, and villain is spelled with VILLAN, correct?
Correct, yes.
All right. So just a reminder, but guys, when you contact Sabrina, just let her know that, you know, you heard it on the Empower Hour. Maybe she'll give you a discount. Who knows? Just just let her know you came from us, and she might give you some extra love. But make sure you're ordering it has to be a minimum big order, okay? Minimum big order for you to get a discount. Don't come for one product and ask for a discount off your one local product. Just, you know, double, triple those orders, and then we can see what we can do for you. But I like to to leave our listeners with some empowering words. So can I put you on the spot and ask you for your empowering words you'd like to leave with our listeners for today?
Oh, the most important thing is change. It's never, ever too late to change. No matter what you're doing, it's like the change, it doesn't have to come overnight. As long as you're making a step forward, you are heading towards change. And that is something that I encourage for everyone. And that's what I'm here to help people follow and get onto their change. That's change.
I love that. So, Queen, thank you again for being with us. Thank you for being on the Empower Hour and for being our special guest on our Parley with the People segment. It's always awesome being able to connect with you. What you're doing for the community is huge. Everybody who's listening right now, do not hesitate. As you guys heard, there's a special going on only until the end of November, so until December 1st. Also, take advantage. Go check her out at Broussard Bagel. You could Google Broussard Bagel. It's on the South Shore. Broussard, principal is right off of Tash Road. 286?
286 Gladstone in Greenfield Park.
Perfect. It's right off of Tash Road, right next to the Guzzo Theater. So definitely, you guys do not want to miss it. Again, we thank you guys, and wishing everybody a rest of an amazing day.
Kings and queens, this was the Empower Hour with Pharaoh Freeman, Queen Kaya, and Gina the Great. We are on live every Sunday from 7 to 9 p.m. and broadcasting Thursday mornings at 7 a.m. on CKUT 90.3 FM. Hopefully you got your dose of entertainment, enlightenment, and empowerment. Subscribe and watch us on empowermtl.com and email us at empowermtl@gmail.com to anonymously be featured on our What's the Tea Mail segment. Stay blessed, black, and highly favored.